back. We're gonna be doing some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts today, and we're gonna continue this campaign that we have going on. This Empire of Japan. All right. So we actually had some light cruisers being built on the last episode. So I want to go ahead and start building those up, getting those out and into the fleet. So we got 15 CLs being built. They got what, 4 more months. I'm looking at, forgot what research. So we got explosives, we got boilers. Okay. Um, let's figure out what we're gonna do here. Boom. Getting right into it. Well, let's go with the destroyer design. I kind of like that. We'll go ahead and get that out. Um, let's see. It's 1893. So technology's back to average. It was behind, but now we're back to average. I do want to think about looking into the China region, maybe taking over. Hopefully, we'll see, because they do have 2 battleships, and we're good on max shipyard size. So we'll see about that. Okay, white powder. All right, so that was the explosive military conflict, army losses. All right, so explosives are done. Let's see about what's this special machinery like spaghetti. We'll go ahead and take that out. Mines. Okay. I kind of want to go ahead and modernize the fleet if you can. Um, Minesweeping wires. Okay, so we can start building minesweeping. No, I don't. I don't want to do that. I want to go ahead and knock these out. Um, for such a small island base, island chain, we don't need that many ships, so that's good. We just All right. Hold on. Large individual industrialists propose a redistribution of the government's budget in favor of the industrial sector at the expense of the Army and Navy budgets. Um, so what I realized in this game is, um, it's always best to up your GDP compared to your naval budget because, right, your GDP, right? So, someone said, what's 1% of 50,000 compared to, let's say, 1% would be if you went for your naval budget, or what 0.5 of 100,000. It's the same. It's just your GDP is better, right? You're still gonna get it. It's just it's better to increase your GDP. So we do. All right, Spanish. Okay. No, I don't. All right, so those 9 TLs, I'm gonna go ahead and probably delete because I want come on, man. I want to get a modern fleet going here. A fleet of my own, to be honest. Okay, so I want to that ship design. Okay, so we got seven of the Kisos and a Nashiro and Kiso. Okay, so we're gonna look at. Okay, so Kiso all the way up to this Nashiro. Let's go ahead and scrap these. All right, let's go for a heavier cruiser. Just I want to delete that, and then I want to delete that. Let's look at heavy cruiser design. Let's go ahead and create a heavy cruiser. All right, so our displacement is going to be up here. So what's our max displacement? 12,406. Oh, not 14. All right, so we are on the cusp of that. Okay, so is that a battle? All right, max is 4,500. It kind of looks like an American, right? If you play American, the American version, or the Americans in this game, it looks the same. So we're gonna go ahead with a front tower, and we're gonna go with a secondary tower. All right, and so we're gonna go most heavy cruisers. If you look at World War II era, around that time, most of them were like 8, 9-inch guns. So I'm gonna go with 8-inch. And the fact that you can do 2 barrels. Did I do 2 barrels on the American side? All right. No, I actually don't want 7-inch. I do not want 7-inch. I want 8-inch guns. All right. Heavy cruisers, I don't believe should have torps. Torps are not a thing for heavy cruisers. They're more or less to screen battleships while the destroyers go out, or they screen while destroyers go out and attack. Right? They're gonna be the driving force. So let's look. Oh, we're gonna do 5-inch guns on these. No. All right. So 4-inch. All right. Can't do that. Can't do that. Do that there. Let's see. Can I put 2-inch? I can put a 2-inch here. And a 2-inch there and a 2-inch there. All right. Let's look at our casemate guns. We're gonna do 4-inch. Okay. So we're overweight right now, but we can work that by doing compound, Arbet, anti-torp, citadel, and let's put 20.5. So um hmm I do want, what is my fire chance? Actually, I do want to see what the main guns. All right. So at 1,000 meters, you're gonna do 7.1. All right. Let's see something here then. You're gonna do 7.3. We have a huge fire chance, but do max 8. Excuse me, guys. All right, so we're gonna do, let's see, quarters, no. All right, so we might have to get rid of these. Would that work? I don't think that works, no. Actually, we don't need a huge range because these are more or less gonna be like just the island chain. So let's put one there and one there and one there. All right, so we're there. 0.5 there. Ooh, 0.3s. All right, so we got our own nice little heavy cruiser design. And I think we have 4 heavy cruisers, right? 4 heavy cruisers. So I'm gonna go ahead and build out these 4. I'm gonna build out 4 heavy cruisers. That's 11 months in the making. All right, research. What do we got here? So heavy machinery is good. 5,500 ton torpedo boat. All right, 7 months for that. 4 months for the big guns. And what is this? Mark II 9-inch? Not bad. Alright, and let's see. Sasebo has a pretty good fleet going on there. Let's go ahead and move these ships out. On last episode, do you remember I was saying like max crew? Can only do 5,000 for right now. So I'm gonna put those out. What do you have down here? 1 crew, 1 light cruiser, 2 torpedo boats, 1 heavy cruiser, 3 light cruisers, 2 torpedoes. Alright, where's that other battleship at? Is it in Tokyo? No, it's in Yokosuka. Yokosuka. Alright. Not gonna do a fleet and being here. During a naval exercise of our fleet, a small cruise ship from Russian Empire was sunk due to accidental fire. I'm gonna express. Can't express my. I can actually express your deepest apologies due to bad diplomatic channels and provide compensation. You protest that this ship was conducting unauthorized reconnaissance by naval forces. Okay, we're gonna do that. At a press conference, journalists questioned the combat ability of the fleet. What is your reply? We are working on modernizing our fleet so that our navy can soon become the strongest in the world. I like that because I don't really like putting the. All right, I don't like really lowering our GDP percentage. All right, so you have 74 ships. How many do I have? 36. All right, Chinese Empire. You have 25 torpedo boats. They're all over here, aren't they? I don't think you have any overseas territories besides right here. All right, and what do you have here? You don't have anything there. 1 battleship. All right, 1 heavy cruiser. Oh, I actually might. That's good. It's going to take a minute to get those ships over here. I kind of want to increase tension. We'll see. Indonesia signed with the Russian Empire. Yeah, we'll go with that. Heavy cruiser. Yeah. USA's making moves here. Okay, let's see. Can I make a home port? What are you? 1 battleship, 12 heavy cruisers, and that one. Oh my goodness. No, I want to keep some. I do want to keep. Okay, I do want to keep some space because I'm looking at some of these battleships I might be wanting to build because we can always go with a lot of torpedo boats. How long do we have? 8 months for this for these heavy cruisers. All right, and then I believe the big guns and the advanced. Oh, so it's now 7,000. That's good. So now instead of 5,000 as a max task force, 5,000 personnel for a task force is 7,000. So let's go ahead and take this down. All right, acoustics. I don't really want that. Rangefinders are nice, but I want to go ahead and get this out the way. Gun layout because 8-inch casemate guns. Ooh, that's nice. Um, our government wants to organize an international regatta to promote the mutual understanding at sea between all countries. What is your opinion? You agree in planning events that contribute to world peace? Let's do a little regatta. During a naval exercise over fleet, a small cruise ship from the United States was sunk. Why is the United States over here? Right? The United States, the United States, um, with what Admiral Dewey, I believe, is the one who um pretty much landed on Japan and was like, "Hey, Japan, I know you're isolationist, but no, no more." So I get it, but there's no need to be over here unless you're trading. But that was a cruise ship. Small gun barrels. Okay. All right, let's look at this research. We can take this off. Internal protections. Let's see. We still got 4 cruisers, heavy cruisers being built. All right. Basic naval formations, 5% max crew training, 2.5 training efficiency. We'll do a torpedo boat, yeah. Why is the Spanish Empire provoking me? Right now, the Spanish Empire has 55 ships. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to get. It would be cool to get this, right? The Philippines. That would be nice. Wait, are y'all moving out? Hold on. Okay. Are y'all moving out? You are moving out. Where y'all going? Arabian Sea? I'm not gonna lie. It's probably a good time to take Russia. At least this side. Alright, well, I want to. Alright, Soviet Union. Increase tension. I'm not gonna lie, that's not. It's Soviet Union. Huh? It's 1894. Soviet Union didn't come in until the November 17th. Not November 17th. October 1917. I don't know why I said November 17th. Actually. Oh my goodness. I crack myself up sometimes. Okay, so British Empire, as of right now, we want to be friends with them. Soviet Union, we got that. Italian Empire, we don't care. Spanish Empire, I would like. Not gonna lie. Technology behind, okay. Gun layout's nice. Control station, I would like. Internal protections. Okay. Let's see. Armor quality. No. Alright, so our prestige with the UK is good. They do have some. Oh, wow. Look at the UK. Obviously, no one wants to deal with them too much. So, right now, our biggest threat is the Chinese Empire. We'll go with some more torpedo boats. Research. 3 months. 5,000 for heavy cruiser. That's nice. We're at 4. Let's take this and build up our shipyard. Because that would be nice. That means we can get a heavier battleship going here. Awesome. So our cruisers just came online. So let's take these cruisers and let's move them back to Sasebo. Move this fleet back. Alright, so no more control stations, armor forging, range finders is 36 months. 3. 3, 3. Alright, so, let's look at these boilers. What are these boilers supposed to be doing? Advanced small funnels, okay. So these cruisers, if they're not Kushimo, let's scrap these. Let's design a new battleship, Willis. Actually, let's wait until we get our shipyard built out. I'm not a fan of submarines, to be honest, not in this game at least. If submarines really can't, from what I've seen, they really can't like fight per se. I mean, because I haven't really played with submarines, to be honest, that much. But what I have seen is just like you can't put a battleship against a submarine, or you can't put destroyers up against a submarine. Not often, which is kind of whack. Italian Empire is replaced. The head of Admiralty. Alright, CP common point capped. Okay, so that means this research is now done. And I want to put these mines out. Give me 1 minute. I'm getting hot in here. Alright, so who's Korea in line with? We don't have any. I'm surprised. Korea's in line with German Empire, and they're not building any ships for it? I'm actually surprised. Okay. Let's build more of these cruisers, though. So that way we have 8 cruisers, 8 heavies, and can we build more of these? Yeah, we'll go with that. So right now we're at 53. So we're at 10 million. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that pumped up though. It's not gonna be that much for long. Calls for immediate action. Yeah. From Express Power Navy. Yeah, we'll definitely appreciate the funds. Alright, so the Kiel Canal is available. I'm not I don't need to go over there though. I'm not gonna lie. No need for me to be over there. Why? Why? Why is everyone provoking me? Bulgaria has lost its. Huh. I don't know. I just do turret mechanisms for right now. And how far are we along on this? This should be almost done. A press conference, a journalist asks you a question about the new torpedoes that might soon be added to the Navy's arsenal. But do not comment on rumors. We don't do that. I don't care about the freaking. Alright. Alright, that's all I wanted. One heavy, 3 lights, two torpedo boats. Where's all my heavy cruisers in? Huh. That's something. Alright, so now we are just -2 in the hole. But we were looking at the battleships can be all the way up to 15,000. So I kind of want to go with that. Politics. Alright, so what's America? Oh my gosh, America's building up. Alright, improve relations with the United States. I think the reason why is because they are gaining. Yeah, they have Peru. They have Uruguay. Your yeah. They're trying to get Haiti. Anything else they're taking? Oh my god. 10 battleships. It's easy to build a lot of torpedo boats. I'm not gonna lie. Like I could. The ship size, the ship fleet is what? 26 heavy cruisers. That 10 battleships though is where it hurts. The press accuses you and your staff for delays and disruption of ship construction contracts. What is your answer? It's a slander. No. That one. Okay, let's look at our fleet. So we got 4. That's good. That's good. Politics research. We're done with that. We're gonna do 4 months on that, and then 3 months on that. So that should give us another light cruiser design, which is good. United States gains control of Haiti. All right, let's see. All right, so we got 10 cruisers coming online now, so that's nice. Semi-armored cruiser. Research. Let's see. We don't need that. This is what? Mark II 10-inch. We'll put that out there. Okay, so now we got 25 light cruisers. Alright, actually, let's do this. Let's build out a torpedo boat. So max out that main gun. 4-inch here, 4-inch on the ends. Let's put that down there. Funnel. Actually, no, I don't like that. Actually, let's do no. Let's do a standard funnel. And these torp launchers. Let's put 4 torps down. Let's see. That is 2. So now we have 4 torps. Okay, so nothing there, nothing there. Max HE. Alright, we're good there. We'll do fast torp size, 16-inch. Alright, so that's our torpedo boat. Alright, so we're gonna exit out. I'm actually gonna build 100 of these if we can. Or a lot. Okay, we can build 100 of these. And that's gonna put our ship fleet, our fleet size, in the hundreds. Obviously, kinda the numbers are inflated because 100 of that is just torpedo boats, but torpedo boats can do damage if you put a lot. One of our military ships has collided with a destroyer belonging. Why Yeah, bad weather. There is civil unrest in German Empire that's mentioned in this. I don't know anything about that. Why? Why do I care about Germany if I'm on the other side of the world? Yeah, I mean Germany doesn't have any ships in their ports. They don't, which is wild. All right. Mm. Need to look to into this research here. What do we got for research? Gun layout's good. Big guns good. Small guns. I want small guns and internal protection. Yeah. Our fleet pool is nice. So we got 4 months on those. And I really want the Kiji class is being built. Alright, so I want to get rid of all the torpedo boats in our in our inventory. Torpedo boats, come on. So let's delete that. Delete that. And then delete that. So we are working on a pretty good thing. So we our light cruisers are nice. So our technology is very behind, which is not good. So we're going to see what we can do about that. I mean, very behind, okay, to an extent. But we're also, as long as we have enough ships to defend ourselves, you know? All right, so our fleet size, okay, so we're about to get all these torpedo boats on hand. There we go. There's our torpedoes. And one final thing, I believe what we're going to do is we're going to we're going to design a battleship. All right, so battleships can go heavy now. What's the battleship speed? 18. All right, and then if we do that, and then we do that, all right, let's do 13. Let's do 10. All right, let's do 5. Okay, let's do 2. All right, that's good. Because as I build up my ships, and I can when I go refit, I could always push that up. All right, all right. I want to do 13s. Because these two battleships, the two battleship classes we have, that's 9s and 12s. All right, soft capped, white powder, gun cotton. So at 1,000 meters, you're gonna hit 20.1 at 17,500 meters. You're gonna be able to penetrate at 9.3 with a 1% chance. Okay, that's belt though. If you play as America, they have cage masks. I'm not a fan of cage masks. Now look at that. Don't that look nice? Alright, let's see for secondary guns. What can I add? Okay, add any secondary guns. Hmm, technically we can to an extent. This just looks like the heavy cruiser that we have. We do 6-inch here. No no torpedoes. So let's see if we can do 13. We can only do 11. Compound, Corvette 2, anti-torp, Citadel, enhanced, standard ratio, and then standard ratio. We're gonna do maximum there. 1.5, 2.5, 5.5, 5. We'll do 6 there. And can I get a 1-inch deck armor or inner deck? All right, let's do 2.5 here. Let's match. But 4 belt. All right, let's do 5.5 here. So we're working on that. All right, I like that. So new battleship. That's gonna be a new battleship design. It's not bad. Very does not look like it's very much in the water. You know, like too heavy. Yeah, that looks good. All right. So that'll be it for today, guys. On the next episode, we're gonna be hopefully building up more battleships, and then seeing what I can do to try to take some territory. Because as you know, we're not, 58 or America 67 minus 67. I really want to get more more areas because of the fact of we don't have any oil in Japan. There's no oil on this island. So when it comes to looking for oil, see, look, this place already has oil. Eastern India already has oil. Now it all depends on Western India. It all depends on if you have the technology for oil. And at 1896, a lot of people don't. But when it comes down to it, I need oil. But if you liked this episode, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, click on that notification bell if you want to be notified next time I drop. Give me a comment if you like this gameplay. Um, I'm always open to new ideas. Just let me know. A little cash strap right now, so it can't be too expensive. But if you have any ideas, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. I greatly appreciate any support y'all give. All right, guys. On that note, I'll see you on the flip side. Bye bye.